doesn't look like anyone's publishing like a warning on tocopherols.
Okay.
But just I wanted to tell you the krill oil is they don't break it down in like this Nature Made. They'll tell you the fish oil, the total omega fatty acids is 720 milligrams. Well, they tell you the total oil and the total omega-3 and the EPA omega-3 and the DHA omega-3. This one from First Class Labs, all it says is krill oil, 500 milligrams. Which if you use that for comparison, that's 500. This one I've been getting is 2,400. And First Class Labs will give you 30 servings for $56. The stuff I've been getting will give you 150 servings for $26. Let's see.
So the one that you've been getting has that one word as a filler.
Yeah. So yeah, it has 5 times as much oil, and they break down what the components of the oil are, and per serving, and work it out, but 30 for $56 or 150 for $26.
Yeah. And then what were the ingredients? What was the name of that one filler ingredient?
Tocopherols.
Okay.
And other than that, both of them are gelatin, glycerin, and water.
And then what's the facts? The super supplement facts. You know, the list of you read me the other ingredient list. What's the first ingredient list? So you read what's down here?
Yeah.
What's up here?
Well, are you talking about, calories and fat and stuff like that?
Well, let's see. Got it up there? So, no, I'm talking about this here.
Well, that's what I said. This says 2,400 milligrams of fish oil. The First Class Labs is 500. And it doesn't break these things down.
Oh, this one, okay, so
That's all it says.
First Class Labs doesn't break it down, but yours breaks down.
This one breaks it down into what the fatty acids are, what the EPA and which are, not that I understand. I'm just comparing quantities here. So this.
So does this numbers equal that?
No.
Okay.
I don't think so. Let's see. So that together is $9.90. So that'd be 11.
Wait, that can't be $9.90 because that's 700 plus.
That's okay. 1,090. So 1,330, 1,400. So no, it doesn't add up to that.
So it's 1,400, but that says 2,400.
Yeah, of just oil, and these are components within the oil. There's probably some inert.
And then go back to the labs one. So that one is the EPA and DHA.
It says contains it, but it doesn't. They didn't break it down into how much.
Yeah, and then go back to yours. And EPA and DHA is 3,600 and 2,400, which still is 600.
Well,
that's 700. right there, if that's apples to apples.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so that 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 20. Okay, so the EPA, DHA, and other omega-3s do add up to the total fatty acids. Total omega-3 fatty acids.
Okay.
So they break down with that. But this doesn't even give you the total fatty acids. It
No.
just says
What are
total
those
milk.
other two words? They're phosphatides and
D.
acetoxanthin.
Ooh, boy. Yeah, because I didn't see that here.
Because you have one word under the other ingredients.
Yeah, which are different words. Icosapentine, tacos. Yeah, so I don't understand that. And one thing I do like about this, purified to remove mercury.
Oh, sure.
That was one thing I liked about it.
Isn't that a law that everybody needs to purify things to remove mercury?
I don't think so, not that I know of.
Okay.
Well, thank you for making breakfast.
Yeah. Oh, you're going to want to get your soy sauce out.
I think I'm going to get soy sauce out, and I think I'm going to supplement mine with an egg.
Yeah.
I haven't had an egg for a while.
Because the tempeh, I'm supposed to eat 9 ounces of it.
Okay.
And the serving size was 6 ounces. But then I'm supposed to eat a little bit more. So I only served myself 6 ounces.
So you went to bed last night without eating?
I went to bed last night without eating. And my stomach was I could tell there's still a little food in there digesting. But because I'm taking this cell food weight loss formula, that nice store owner in Baraboo at the granary, he suggested that because of this program I'm on. So you take that at night, and it has to be on an empty stomach. So at least 3 hours after a meal, you take that, and preferably, 1 hour before you go to bed, so you're not up all night peeing it out. So I did that last night.
Now the scale says I'm back up to 140. It was 136 last night before I had my snacks. But then I pooped a lot this morning.
Oh, so your snacks gave you 4 extra pounds? Maybe.
Something's weird there.
I get to weigh myself on tomorrow actually, because I'm weighing myself once a week on this program. Last week, after just 1 week of being on the program, my goal is to lose 5% of body fat.
Yeah.
Because in the back of my hamstrings. I got the ripples.
Got what?
The ripples.
Okay.
And you can tell, that's fat under there. And I've got the extra fat right here. And then there's belly fat. Now, sometimes I wonder if the belly fat is created by that imbalance of the cortisol. And cortisol is a hormone, and we all need cortisol because, to my understanding, the adrenals release the cortisol. And I think it's a protection thing for our body.
I know nothing about what you speak.
I know a little bit about it because we touched on that subject in yoga therapy.
Yeah.
So if we have too much cortisol, then that's what bloats the belly. And I know the reasons why we get cortisol.
I just want to know something before you say, is cortisol something your body produces?
I think it produces it when we're under stress.
Oh.
I think it produces too much of it when we're under
But
stress.
it comes from our body, not from stuff we eat.
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know if it comes from our body or the stuff we eat. To my knowledge, the little bit that I have, I think cortisol is what the body... Or am I confusing cortisol with the adrenaline?
No, I don't think you're confusing it with it. No, adrenaline is something our bodies produce.
Yeah. So adrenaline, I think when our adrenaline kicks in, I think that's what creates the cortisol. And then too much of that going on regularly, then it accumulates and the body can't absorb it.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think it's supposed to go through the liver and get processed out of the body. But if we're overstimulated, watching movies, that stimulates us. Whether it's a, nice movie or a knowledgeable movie or, any of those other categories of movies, no matter what the category is, we're receiving stimulation because we're looking at the pictures, they're changing in front of us, and that's stimulation. And if we're watching a movie once or twice a week, you've got some stimulation there. Just think about it. You're sitting in front of the screen for an hour or two. And some people might do that once or twice a day where they're watching a movie.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and then think about all that stimulation that's coming at them. And then, the adrenal glands are working. And then I think that's what releases cortisol. And then we wonder why we're a society with pandemic. That's a nice big word. A pandemic of fat bellies. So with this 6-week shred, the company that I'm following is, of course, having me eat to help shred the fat, shred the fat. So I've been looking into, is cortisol playing a role in belly fat?
No, I wasn't watching any TV or movies yesterday, but I had a lot of stimulation.
Oh, you were working at Bob's.
Yeah, so I wonder if that's different from the stimulation you get while you're just watching something and not moving around.
Well, that's a good... Now, if I had to analyze that in my head...
Because I was observing, calculating, planning.
Cutting wires, putting things together,
Yeah.
crawling around the sound system, hooking up the wires.
Oh, a lot of thinking, yeah, following the chart that I made.
Mm-hmm. And did you put out all your microphone stands and...
Yeah. And then
So
I had to troubleshoot some things. And I'm going, okay, this is going from here to here, and this one is working, and that one's not working. So I need to swap parts and blah, 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 blah. So my mind was going a mile a minute at times, you know.
But yet at times you were probably moving.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it varied. There were times where I was stationary, but there was a lot of movement too. And there were even some ladders involved again.
Oh, yeah. Climbing up and down ladders. Mm-hmm.
You have to get on a ladder to turn Bob's speakers up or down. And when we first turned the main speakers on, and just a little bit of a signal showing on the view meters on his new mixer that was loud. I said, Bob, your new mixer has powerful output, and I need to turn your speakers down so you can bring the output on the board up without it just crushing volume, you know. I said, we need to get the ladder.
So he went and got a ladder for you, or did he do it?
He went and got a ladder for me.
And you climbed up there?
Mm-hmm.
So see, you're saying you had a lot of stimulation, but yet there was movement involved.
There was, yeah.
And I think that balances it out.
That could very well be. That seems to make sense
Mm-hmm.
in the overall scheme of life, you know.
Yeah. But if you're just sitting there, you know, looking at a screen,
Right.
and a lot of people aren't aware of their body. And I know, like, when I sit back and watch something on a screen, you know, I can feel, sometimes I feel my emotions, and sometimes I do feel the adrenal glands, you know, squeezing themselves to release the adrenaline.
Mm-hmm.
And it might, you know, make me do a little something or another. Yeah, so I have a question. And then does that release cortisol into the abdomen? Because there's too much adrenaline in the body. If we're just laying back, sitting back, becoming stimulated. So for me, you know, I know my body, and I'm very selective on if I'm going to watch a movie and when do I watch a movie. In the winter time, you know, when I do just expect to sit back, and I try to gain a little weight so that I put fat on so I stay warm, which is customary. If you think about the old days and how they lived, they were only able to eat the things that were able to stay from the garden. And those were your root vegetables and, you know, the meat that they were able to probably preserve. They didn't have refrigerators back then, but they used salt to preserve their meat. And other things that they preserved from their land made them gain weight because of the type of food. So in the winter, I will watch more movies than normal. Because I'm trying to help my body put weight on. But then, and you know me, in the spring and the summer, it's like, no, if we watch a movie once a month, that's a huge undertaking. Am I playing footsies with you? Hi.
It's either our feet or it's Darcy.
I was wondering. I'm like, okay. What did I feel? So what do you think of the tempeh?
Well, I don't know. It's just kind of neutral. And, you know, I put the tamari on, and now it's kind of overwhelmed with tamari because it soaked it up.
Yeah. Yeah, this is my first time dealing with tamari. And
I mean, dealing with tempeh.
thank you. Sorry about that.
Ask Barb.
Yeah.
She cooks with it.
And you've had it before from her. And I bet it hasn't been this dry.
Right. I thought it was chicken. She made something once, and it was like, this is chicken, right? And nope.
So this turned out really dry. I followed a recipe, but probably not correctly. And the recipe I was following was to assimilate it tasting like bacon. But then again, the recipe said to make it in an air fryer. We don't have an air fryer. But my $1,000 of kitchenware, kitchen craft, cookware. Yeah, it took me like over a year to. How much was I making payments every month? I was paying. I don't know. At the state fair, I put down the down deposit, and then I made payments for a year. And then I got my expensive cookware, so I knew I could use it like an air fryer. And yeah, but maybe I needed to soak it longer, because one recipe said steam it and the other recipe said soak it. And next time I'm just gonna try you cook it, you know, in boiling water, and I can see how that would soften it up and make it more acceptable to absorb the various tastes. Oh, and one of the ingredients that we don't have, unless you know that we have it and I don't know about it, called for liquid smoke.
No, we don't have that.
No? Do you even know what that is?
I have heard of it, but I don't even know what it's made out of or how it's made. No.
I wonder if it's liquid.
I don't even know that.
Now, what's that alcohol that you have over there that we just found the other day? Right next to the organic red mayonnaise. On the same shelf with the toothpicks.
Oh. Well, this one,
Oh yeah, what is that called?
I wrote down rum flavor.
Oh yeah.
I think
So it's an
rum
extract.
Extract, yeah.
Rum. Okay.
And I just,
Sure is nothing like liquid
based
smoke.
on taste, that's what it said to me.
Yeah. Did you know those packages of rice down there? When you look at the serving size, the package itself says serving size, 1 package.
Oh, come on. Oh, that's ridiculous. That's a lot of rice for one serving.
This is a lot of rice, and this one is the rice and quinoa. And
I could never eat one of those.
so I put the whole package on my plate
Yeah.
because, you know, I'm supposed to eat the whole serving. Yeah. That's why you had just a little bit of quinoa and rice.
Yeah.
Because I thought to myself, no, I am not going to eat all of this. But how much did I give you? Like 1/4 cup?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And 1 pouch. Well, it says, what does it say? Per cup, it's 240 calories, but if you eat the whole pouch, it's 410 calories. And now this is interesting, the protein, 6 grams for the 1 cup. Oh, and then the pouch, oh, I see, is 8.5 ounces. How did you like the cauliflower?
That was good.
Yeah, I'd prefer to have like a sauce over this, make it more appealing. So I might have to look into that to get all of this food in me.